does anybody want to actually now work with both the ex-royals known as the Sussexes, Meghan and Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Hazza, Megs, whatever you now want to call them? Apparently we're all supposed to be a lot more friendly, a lot more touchy-feely. But now even Meghan is naturally feeling the heat, and seemingly what started out as once again a good idea is proving anything but. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Yes, we'll have a quick wave. Beautiful, isn't it, behind me here? All this lush greenery. A lot of people do ask me, Neil, could you say where you are? Sometimes I'm not allowed to, and this is very close to a palace that we're dealing with right now. So you get the picture. Sometimes I'm just allowed to film in these particular vicinities if I do it quickly, and I just like to show you some of the areas. All I can tell you is it's around about St. James's. You know where I am, don't you? Of course you do. The intelligent ones know, don't they? Of course you do. Well, you're the one. Well, no, there's more than one of us, don't be cheeky. There's you and me. Well, I'm just talking to you. There's nobody else watching, is there? Hopefully not. All these stories and this news will come out, absolutely. Let me tell you all about our latest news. Of course, now, as you know, a lot of people basically are already writing off American Riviera, whatever it's called. A lot of people are being unkind about the jams and things. I just find it laughable, if I'm honest. I mean, I've never known a company start out with the product without being able to buy it. You know, it's all very well them moaning on about, oh, you know, the royal household, you know, the Royal Collection Trust are trolling them. You know, they've got a product to sell, they're going to sell it. It's their, you know, it's their prerogative. Meghan so far has just got pots of jam in a bowl with a few lemons and some shredded paper, but you can't buy it. So it's very elitist, isn't it? It's basically just saying only for the rich, as it were, you know, not for the scrag ends like you and me. Now, of course, she's finding it very difficult because what Meghan was hoping to do was to land a CEO to run this budding lifestyle company. And the bigger problem is this, and this is directly from people who have actually worked and still are in the vicinity of Archwell. You see, there's just no organisation. And not only that, there's not even a plan for the CEO. You come with your plan. Now, in any company, you know, you have to have a vision. You say, well, I want to go this on the first 6 months. In 9 months, I want to do this. 2 years down the line, we're doing bedding, whatever. Apparently, the people that have put themselves brave enough forward to see if they want to take on the role of the CEO, well, so far, it hasn't met with Meghan's approval. She's not actually seen anybody face to face. That's how bad things have got. Now, the bigger problem is this, as one can imagine, is, as I say, it's not just about whether you can get on with Harry and Meghan, and let's be blunt, they've already lost 17 staff since they started up their company. Nobody has defined roles. Everybody's given exactly sort of titles like head of communications or executive this, but actually there's not much to do. The only thing in operation right now is Meghan starting to film her cookery show for Netflix, right? So what are all these other people doing? You know, what are their defined roles? And apparently when they do turn up and ordained to pop into their office of Harry and Meghan, as they call it, people have to look mightily busy, like they're doing stuff. But apparently there isn't anything to do. And seemingly Meghan can't find a CEO who seemingly wants to work with her, or indeed she wants to work with them. Now, the reach outs have been to some very big names who have found themselves, particularly in this cost of living crisis, suddenly available. But they've turned it down, I've been told, namely, and as ever we have to say allegedly, due to the fact that there's no defined role. It could be detrimental to their career, and perhaps the salary isn't necessarily up there with what they were used to working for some of the bigger corporate companies. Either way right now, Meghan Markle has a huge problem. She's going into a brand without a proper defined plan. She hasn't got a CEO, and the only thing she's got right now, the only positive thing, is masses of free publicity from chums who are willing to post around for Instagram right now. Has that helped American Riviera on their Instagram growth? Absolutely not. In fact, some might say this is proving to be a mega flop. And right now, you have to think, who is willing, brave enough and ready to take on working with Meghan, given past history? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.